VODCAST. I hope that you guys are having an absolutely extraordinary weekend. You know, one of the things that I love about this time of year is the fact that those temperatures start to go down a little bit. It's really feeling like fall outside this weekend, and it just reminds me of home in Pennsylvania, fall time, the absolute favorite season on my list. So, hey, we had a great week last week. Your scholars showed amazing grit, determination, tenacity with all of those technological issues we had in getting them logged onto the map test, but they never showed that frustration, and they just made it happen. So I just need you guys to know that I am so incredibly proud of them, and I'm also so incredibly appreciative of all of you, because I know the sacrifices that you're making right now to make this school learning experience the best that it possibly can be. So thank you, guys. So let's go ahead and count up the top 3 things that you need to know for this coming week. So number 1, guys, we are now into our schedule. We've now experienced a full 5-day week. Okay, so that schedule is really going to maintain consistency unless we have a holiday or a teacher work day or something along those lines popping up. And if you check the weekly update each week, guys, you'll be able to see that calendar and any changes that may happen. So remember, every single Monday, all scholars log on at 9 o'clock for our morning meeting, and then all scholars, Team A and Team B, log off after morning meeting to go work on their Canvas assignments. And then our typical schedule keeps flowing. Team A and Team B come on from 9 to 2 each Tuesday and Wednesday, and Team B comes on live from 9 to 2 every Thursday and Friday. So that's our schedule, guys. We're now into the flow of it. We're diving into content across all subject areas. Let me know if you have any questions whatsoever about our schedule. Number 2, guys, would be the fact that your scholars are going to need 3 of these guys right here. So in our last drop-off, I gave notebooks to any scholars who indicated that they might need them, okay? Now, I have a whole nother load of these. So if your scholar still needs these, you do not have 3 of these at home, please let me know. They're just composition books. They could also be the ones with the spirals. I'm not picky about that, but they're going to want 3 notebooks across our subject areas. And I have a ton at school. So just let me know, and I'll drop those by your place if you are in need of those, okay? So send me a quick email. I'm also going to ask scholars again during our morning meeting on Monday so that all scholars are ready to rock and roll come Tuesday, come their live learning days with those notebooks, guys. And then the third thing that you need to know for this week, guys, I kind of alluded to this a little bit ago. You know, this past week, we finished up the math map test, which is that behemoth assessment that took a while to log on, but that your scholars showed amazing grit, determination, tenacity. So now what we have coming up this week, guys, is something called the STAR reading test. And we've taken this every year. 3 times a year. The good news about this assessment, guys, is number 1, the login process is not as complex. Number 2, it is a short assessment, okay, like 30 to 45 minutes, maybe even shorter than that, versus a map test that was taking some of our scholars hours. So this is a much shorter test. It's going to give me a nice starting point for where scholars kind of are in terms of their reading fluency, their reading comprehension, and their word analysis. So with that being said, guys, make sure, rock stars, you find that just right place. You have that peace and quiet, whatever works for you in an optimal testing environment. Team A will be taking that on Wednesday, and Team B will be taking that on Friday. It's not going to take the entire day. So with that being said, guys, we'll just take it during our reading time, and it should be pretty short. And the rest of the day, we'll have plans and everything happening. So no worries about that. Now, for our daily hook of the, or our, sorry, not our daily, our weekly hook, guys, remember, every single week I kind of give you a little clue as to what's going to happen. So last week I showed you the red wig. Well, that connected itself to Eratosthenes, our special guest. He is now back in Greece, hanging out, exploring some more math. Scholars, if you haven't told your families about that, you probably should now. It was a lot of fun. This week, guys, for our hook of the week, I'm simply going to show you this. It happens to be a road map. This map happens to be a map of Virginia. That is all I'm going to tell you right now. It'll make much more sense as we begin our first social studies unit this week. Remember, guys, we alternate between science and social studies, so that'll be coming up later this week. So, without any further ado, Rockstar families, if you ever have any questions or comments or concerns or ways that we can improve the Canvas learning experience, I would love to hear about any of those. Because we're all in this together, and I so appreciate everything that you guys have done to make this school year so successful. I see you guys helping your scholars. I see you putting in those hours. I see you sacrificing things to make sure that your scholar is on every day at 9 o'clock. So with that being said, guys, I just want to thank you once again because you truly are the very best families in Stafford County, Virginia. That wraps up our VODCAST for the week, so I will see you right back here next week for a new weekly VODCAST. Have a great week, guys.